You're listening to Up the Turnpike with hosts Mitch Anderson and Matt O'Leary.
Hello and welcome into the Up the Turnpike post-game show. What's going on? Matt O'Leary alongside Mitch Anderson. Mitch, the Islanders just can't stop winning overtime games. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, man. This is dope. They can't stop losing. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm doing fantastic because of it. How about you?
Yeah, doing well. Decided to do with the West Coast trip. Decided to do these in the morning. Don't know how many live viewers would be hanging out with us at 12:30 at night. So decided to drop it the next day, but wanted to go through and break down this game, Mitch. That honestly did not start very good at all for the New York Islanders.
No, it should have been 3-0 Utah within the first, I would say, 5 minutes. It was really bad. A horrendous Romanov turnover right off the hop.
Yeah.
He doesn't even realize where his players are. Just really bad mistakes all over the ice. And then the Mammoth were killing us with speed. Rittich made a few saves. We got lucky a few times. They hit a post. But you're right. It looked like shit to begin with.
But shockingly, Mitch, after that just brutal start, it's actually the Islanders who get on the board first. Emil Heidemann just continues to do the damn thing.
There's not much to this goal. It's complete opportunistic. They just kind of, Tony throws a shot. It kind of bobbles. And Heineman just turns and throws a stick on it.
Yeah.
Which is what you're supposed to do. This is a random sport after all. He's like, well, whatever. I'll take a shot at it. And it goes in. Like, man, you shoot your shot and you'll get goals.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, puck was kind of just fluttering. He's like, oh, he had his back to the net and kind of like he's a lefty. So like spin and hit it. And it worked out. He was able to beat the goalie. And I couldn't help but chuckle to myself because it's like, this is such a weird sport. They're getting absolutely dominated through the first 7 minutes, but they get the first goal.
Yeah, man, it was one-way traffic. This is very much against the run of play. Although you can argue it's not technically because they got the offensive zone face-off for a reason. But still, either way, like the Islanders were not playing well in any way, shape, or form and should have been done and buried by 7 minutes into the game. But as you say, they're one goal up. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, they were up a goal, which again just was not expecting that to be the case at all. JJ Peterka would end up tying this game up for Utah just a few minutes later at the 13:02 mark, able to tip one past.
Yeah, well, this is a really well-worked goal by the Utah Mammoth, but also really bad defensively by us because we end up chasing a bunch of players. Like Boquist is way out of position. Romanov doesn't know where he's supposed to be. Like that pair was
horrendous.
Not just bad to begin with, but bad throughout the game, especially in the first period, just awful. Watch it, like they split these guys apart. Maybe you can argue Barzal should have taken that far side guy, which ended up being Lawson Krause, making that amazing pass. But that first pass by, I believe is even Peterka coming into the zone across the ice and then getting it again, just outstanding stuff. And they were making those plays continuously throughout the game.
Yeah, and you know what? I goofed. I thought it was the next sequence where it looked like Utah scored and they reviewed it and called it back. It was actually before the JJ Peterka goal. So did want to mention that it did look like there was a goal that was scored, but David Rittich was like, that never went in. He like skated over to the bench and they took a look at it. It wasn't a challenge and they realized that it never crossed the line. So they held the lead for a little bit while longer, but I mean, maybe we'll get into it even later on in this game. It feels like the Islanders just caught some breaks in this game, that being one of them.
Yeah, you're right. That goal callback was kind of a break because it looked like it was into everyone. Even the broadcast was like Brendan and Thomas were going, yeah, that's in. And then you look at the replay and you're going, that's very much not in. It very much bounced off of a few players and hit the bar, which is insane that happened. But they were kind of like, well, they said that it was the angle they're at. They basically said, we're basically at Barclays again, right? Because that's effectively what the Utah arena is. Like it's a basketball arena and same trepidations, if you will. as Barclays Center, where the angle just isn't right. So it looked like a goal, and it very much was not.
No, it certainly was not a goal. So, like I said, the Islanders held the lead for a couple minutes longer. My goodness. All right. They would end up going to Utah would end up going to a power play, and it ended up being a 5-on-3. Matthew Schaefer took an interference, and then Simon Holmstrom takes a delay of game, just launches a puck to the sun. I was like, what the heck are you doing, bro? Just frustrating. So on a 5-on-3, Dylan Guenther, what a shot this was, Mitch.
Yeah. You don't get to see how quick this shot was from this replay, but watch him. Like, he's okay. Go. I'm selling it, and wow, just far side. There's not a whole lot that Riddick could have done there.
No,
it was excellent shot by Dylan Guenther, who got me a couple points there in fantasy, because you got a goal and a power play point and a shot on net.
Absolutely. So you would take that one, obviously, and especially with the result that we knew that after the fact. But yeah, I don't know if the visualization really did it justice. That was a ridiculous shot that clearly Rittich had no chance on. And it's tough to defend a 5-on-3. There was a 5-on-3 for like a minute 54 seconds too. It wasn't like, 22 seconds of 5-on-3, you got to survive. It's like you have to survive basically 2 full minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And we kind of crapped on Brendan a little bit in the Patreon or in the Discord. So PS, sign up to our Patreon and get access to our Discord. Because just before the goal goes in, he's like, Utah, I think they've scored once on a 5-on-3 or something. But the big jinx was, but the Islanders haven't let up a goal at 5-on-3 and get their scores almost a breath later. Brendan, you jinxed us.
Yeah,
obviously, he would say he didn't, but it's fun.
So funny. That's just. That happens sometimes, and he's trying to give context, but it was just funny how quickly it went from, hey, they haven't given up. Oh wait, there it is.
Yeah, it was wild, but it happens, man. But they end up ending the period, I think, on a penalty kill as well. The Islanders made a run to the box. It felt like they had 3 penalties in that first period alone, and they would have penalty troubles throughout the game. They ended up giving up 6 power plays to Utah, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, there was they were playing shorthanded a lot in this game. Islanders leave the first period down to 1, and I was telling you before we hit the record button this morning, like I was almost relieved that they were only down 1, and I know that's a really backwards way of looking at it, right? Because you're still down after the first period, and Emil Heineman was the intermission guest with Chad and Hogan, and he essentially said we played like shit without playing like shit. He was not happy. That's almost the most animated negatively I've ever seen one of these guys in a intermission interview.
Yeah, and rightfully so. They just weren't there. You saw or heard the broadcast kind of say their legs aren't there. They're maybe just a little tired because they had played the day before, right? And not a full 24 hours later, they're playing again in Utah. Then they came in late. So all these factors, but I'm sure at the intermission, Patty's calling their BS on that. Like, you don't have an excuse. I get it. Yeah, maybe you're tired, but you still have a game to win. And you can't go and like, oh, we're going to take a day off here. You can't. In this league, you cannot. And with the rest of the Eastern Conference basically playing at 500, you don't have an opportunity here to take a day off. You need to maximize points if you want to get to the playoffs, which I'm sure all the players want to. Whether we at home care if they do or not doesn't matter. They want to win. That's what they're there to do. And so taking a day off just because I'm a little tired is not excusable.
No, certainly not. Right. And clearly, I think something changed in that second period. No goals for either side. 10 shots for Utah in the second, 7 for the Islanders in the second period. A couple penalties, like Logan Cooley went to the box for hooking Barzal, so they had a power play opportunity, and then they had to kill a Tony D'Angelo high sticking as well.
That one I did not like at all. I get that he falls. From what my vantage point was here on the TV, yes, he and Pellet kind of get tangled up and he falls to the ground, but he's trying to make a how do I want to say this? He's trying to interfere. No, that's not the right word. He's trying to get in the shooter's way, trouble the shooter, if you will, by putting a stick in the way, but then he gets it in his face. Like, well, just don't do that, man. Just don't do that. Either way, if you went too high, you get it in the face. You go too low, you probably end up tripping. Just You fell, get back up again.
Yeah, he was kind of swinging the stick around from his butt, which is a tough spot to try to defend from. In the third period, Mitch, the Islanders would end up tying this game. Jonathan Drouin credited with a goal. One of the more bizarre goals you'll see, Mitch.
Lucky ass goals. My God. Right? Because it fumbles here, and he definitely provides a kicking motion. That is very clear. But the reason the goal stands is because, was it Ian Cole, I believe, touches it, and then it goes off of Vimelka and in. And because the puck doesn't go directly into the net off the kicking motion, it counts.
Yes. So that little stipulation, because it was if that did go just straight in the net, that is an obvious kicking motion. It would not have counted. But the Islanders, what I was hinting at, they caught a break because it goes in off a Utah defender and off the goalie, and suddenly this game's tied up at 2.
Yeah, man. Lucky break. Sometimes you need those. So great game tied. The fact that the game was tied, right? We get a lucky break, but we can't. I'm not going to say we deserve to have, a lucky technical goal scored. We deserve to have a chance to tie the game because of how we played in that second period. We were the better team in the second period. Even the expected goals say so at 5-on-5. We had like a 63 to 64% expected goals, and we played a good third period up until this point. We were doing well. We were shit to begin with, but we corrected it. And so we deserve the opportunity to try to tie the game. But we got that here 13 minutes in, and we didn't stop pushing after that point. I thought from the last 10 minutes of the game, the Islanders were kind of flipped the script on Utah, right? Where they were, what Utah did in the first 10, we were doing to them in the final 10.
Yeah, absolutely. And that ended up, yielding a goal and tying this thing up. The shot total doesn't look crazy. It was, 6 for Utah, 5 for the Islanders in that third period, but they made their chances count.
I think it's 2 tired teams, right? Because I'm pretty sure both teams played the day before. But a veteran team knew how to kind of conserve their energy throughout the affair, whereas a younger team like Utah just used it all up. I'm going to say at the beginning, and then we were just able to just manage the game better than they could, at least in the end.
Absolutely. To overtime we go, Mitch. This kid is just absolutely unbelievable. Matthew Schaefer in overtime, goal number 7. Watch this play from Schaefer and Barzal here.
Yeah, the two of them dancing as they predicted on draft day. Opens it up. Here you go. Boom. In. Oh. And so this is important where they're taking their shots, is because Vimelka is a southpaw. He catches with his right.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to take that one-timer on this side, the short side here, which is important for both goals, or the 2 real legitimate goals we're going to call, in terms of the Heineman shot and this one here by Matthew Schaefer, because it's the harder side to block with a blocker and a stick instead of the glove. So excellent placement by these players.
Matthew Schaefer, youngest player in NHL history to have a overtime game-winning goal, and leads all defensemen with goals with 7 on the year, Mitch.
Just stupid. It's just stupid, man. It keeps on getting better every goddamn day. It really does. At this point, the game is done, but so we know who's scoring and who doesn't. But there are 4 streaks that are kept alive today in terms of point streaks.
Okay.
Bo Horvat, who got a secondary assist on that overtime goal, 8-game point streak now.
Unreal.
Matthew Barzal, 6-game point streak. Jonathan Drouin, a 4-game point streak. And Matthew Schaefer, only a 3-game point streak.
That bum Matthew Schaefer, who's on pace for 30 goals as a rookie defenseman.
Could you imagine if we get 30 goals from a rookie 18-year-old on the blue line?
No, I can't. And still, he has 7 already. I think if he gets to double digits, even in year 1, if he got the double digits in year 1, I would have been extremely happy. He might get that by American Thanksgiving.
He might,
which is still 2 weeks away.
Yeah. If he gets 20 goals, when's the last time we got 20 goals from a defenseman?
Not anytime recently.
I'm going to have to look it up because I can't imagine it's been since Denny Potvin.
Potvin? Who else?
Streit never did 20 goals, right?
I don't believe so. Noah Dobson didn't.
No. Defense. I'm going to find out.
Yeah. Well, while you're looking that up, I think Streit's Did he even get double digits with the Islanders? He might have got 15 in a year. 16 was his best year with the Islanders.
Close.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. This is the NHL is really weird for this, so it's taking me a second. Goals for defensemen. I want above at least 20. I'll just do this. No, I'm gonna do it another way. Sorry, people. This is the NHL is very strange with how you can get their data. So at least 20 goals, please. Apply filters, and then I can sort by season. The last time was in 1985-86 when Denny scored 21.
Okay. So we're talking 40 years ago.
Yeah. No defenseman other than Denny Potvin has scored 20 goals for the Islanders.
Not surprising.
No.
That would have been my
not.
expectation that he would be the only one. How many times did he do it?
9.
Unreal. But yeah, I mean, Matthew Schaefer has a really good chance to do that this year, assuming health.
Of course. Yeah. And at one point in the game, he leaves.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And goes to the bench, and we're all like, Hank is on.
Yeah, my stomach was in my throat with that one.
Thankfully, he came right back. It was obviously just a little owie. Well, I shouldn't say obviously. We don't know. He finished the game, so it can't have been that bad. But you never know with hockey. Like sometimes they just pump something into them. They're able to finish the game, and then the next day it's like my foot is the size of an elephant. I can't play again.
No, I'm gonna need to sit down for a little bit. So Islanders win 3-2. We'll go through some game stats. We'll do our box score game. Shots on goal. Utah 29 to the Islanders 21. Islanders better in the faceoff dot 54.4% to Utah's 45.6. We're gonna do it. JG Pajot, how you doing?
62.
What? 64.3. It's every night. It's over 60% every night, Mitch.
That's so stupid, man. Two first round picks. Thank you very much.
Power play. The Mammoth were 1 for 6, which is 16.7%. Islanders 0 for 4 on the power play. Penalty minutes 22. There was a game misconduct as well from Tony DeAngelo, adding an extra 10.
Yeah, that one was strange because he picks it up not as like with another penalty. Like he takes that penalty for, I think it was hooking, and it was weak. Fine, like it really was. And he can't let it go. And I guess once the Jonathan Drouin goal goes in, he's jawing at the refs at that point. This is well
Minutes
after
later,
he takes his penalty, right? Like he takes it at 5:47 of the third. At 13:44 is when he gets his 10-minute misconduct.
So clearly still upset by it.
Yeah. Bad stuff by Tony. Does that result in any supplemental discipline?
I don't think so. I'm going to say no.
I don't think so either. It's just, because you get a 10-minute, but like you get a 10-minute unattached to anything else, which is strange.
Just for John at the ref.
I can only imagine what he said. My gosh.
Penalty minutes. So 22-8 in penalty minutes. Hits Islanders 18 to the Utah Mammoths 13. Block shots 20-11. Utah with more giveaways. Islanders had 20 giveaways in this game.
I can only imagine like half of those are Romanov.
4. He had 4 giveaways. Yeah, not a very good night at all.
Again, first friggin' shift. His first shift, first touch of the puck, he puts it right on a Utah stick in his own end. Just
he might have had 3 in like the first 4 minutes of this game.
It was bad, man. It was really bad. You're probably right.
Takeaways were even at 4 a pop.
Yeah, makes sense. The puck management stats are not in our favor. We did not play well to begin with. Corrected it later on, and it was a slow build, but good job by the coaching staff, I thought.
Absolutely. Who leads Islanders forwards in ice time from last night?
I keep saying Bo Horvat. I'm going to make a change and watch it be him. I'm going to say Matthew Barzal.
Should have stuck with your gut. 20 minutes and 53 seconds for Bo Horvat. Not that far off. Barzal was 20 minutes and 36 seconds, so we're talking less than 20-second difference.
But every time I bob, they weave. Ridiculous.
Mitch, the lowest is a very low number. That's what I'll tell you.
I'm hoping it's Casey Cizikas, but it's going to be Maxim Siplikov.
Maxim Siplikov at 5 minutes and 43 seconds.
He wasn't good again, man. I don't know what the hell happened to Maxim Siplikov, but he is way off. He does not even look like an NHL player anymore.
It's honestly been a shocking start to the year for him. Cizikas played 726, Cal Ritchie 850.
Yeah, Richie looked better, man. Twice he served Casey Zikas on a platter. He had Casey in the slot, fed him from behind the net. A classic Casey play. Like Casey would have done that in his prime, and Cizikas just put it right in, and not Patrick, I was going to say Vemelka's breadbasket every goddamn time. Actually, no, one time and he missed the second thing. Like, goddamn.
Like, not even remotely. He had so much time, and sent it way high. The puck was moving a little bit. Like, I guess we'll give him that. But it's frustrating when he's had the year that he's had and then is sitting on the doorstep with a grade A opportunity and sends it into orbit.
For a kid who needs it, like Richie needs that for building his confidence to go forward big time. And so, he's getting it. So, which is great. Richie's creating those opportunities. So it's clearly the game is maybe slowing down a little bit for him, but as we were saying on the Discord, like we need to get Richie off that line.
Yes, badly. All right, defenseman, what are we looking at?
I assume Matthew Schaefer leads the team in ice time.
25-49 for Matthew Schaefer.
He was pretty goddamn good today. No complaints, obviously. Like he gets the goal, which is fantastic, but outside of that, fantastic stuff.
Did you see what he said to Cal Clutterbuck in the postgame?
I didn't. I switched it off. I was like, okay, game's done. I went to bed. What did he say?
He goes, "Hey, Clutter, you like that one?"
Yes. Oh, this kid is amazing. It's simple stuff. It's simple stuff, but he's got life and a personality, which we've been devoid of on purpose for years.
He is such a star. I don't think anyone could have predicted this kind of impact this early into his career.
Yeah. And it's not like he's a standard NHL rookie, deer in the headlights type of thing. I'm just happy to be here. I look pucks in deep behind the, classic PR nightmare. He's obviously comfortable. He's at ease. And that's what you want to see, right? You want to see a kid who's just let him cook. It's clearly what the Islanders are doing, and he's repaying that faith big time.
The lowest was who, Mitch?
I'm going to say Tony DeAngelo because of the penalties.
Still Adam Boquist, 12:37. DeAngelo played 13:10.
Power play time, I'm sure, helped a lot. Like the second power play unit got some time.
Yeah, they did.
Because there were some opportunities there where the first unit was out and they just couldn't get anything done. They couldn't even get the blue line. The stupid dumps. I don't understand why you dump. Like, when I say dump, I mean like dump it back so you can access, the offensive blue line with speed. But the only person who's got any goddamn speed is the player who's picking up the puck at the end. No one else is hitting the blue line with any goddamn speed. What do you think this guy's supposed to do when he gets in there? There's no options.
Exactly. It's frustrating. They continue to do it too. And that's been one of your biggest gripes for, I don't know, a decade, for as long as I've known you, just about.
Like, if you're going to use that play, I feel use it right. This cannot be the way it's supposed to work, because it doesn't.
No, not at all. Not at all. As for David Rittich and net, I thought played well, 27-29, 2 goals against, a .931 save percentage. And again, really kept them in the game in the first period when it was all Utah.
Yeah, absolutely. This is outstanding from your backup goaltender. He's putting up better numbers than Sorokin, at least right now. Sorokin going to catch up real goddamn quick. But, the goaltending is doing the thing. It's keeping us in games. That's the whole goddamn point.
And at the beginning of the year, the defense wasn't good too, but at the beginning of the year, the goalie play was also letting them down, but they're playing to their potential, at least over the last, 7 games or so. And it's starting to pay dividends. So hopefully more of that.
Yeah. Like you're saying, they showed a graphic on the screen after the first period, and the slot driving play. So their ability, both teams, to get pucks in the slot to create opportunities was 22-1 in favor of Utah.
Wow.
So Rittich had a lot of shit in front of him, like directly in front of him, of moving pucks. And that makes a goalie's life really complicated. And the Utah Mammoth were doing the thing, and he kept with them, at least for as well as he could. So, hats off to David Rittich yesterday, I guess.
Unreal. So Islanders have overachieved our expectations for this road trip, Mitch. They've won 4 in a row on the road.
Yeah, they've got 8 points out of 14. They're already above 500. It cannot get any worse than, what is it, a 566 or something like that? Hell yeah.
Let's keep the train rolling, right? That's kind of where I'm at. You're playing with house money at this point, but just they're playing good hockey, and it's fun. It's been a really fun watch, and I just hope that they continue to play at this level going forward.
Yeah. Can you venture a guess as to, I'm not sure you saw it in the Discord. I'm hoping you didn't, where the Islanders stand in terms of points, not points percentage, but points in the NHL out of all 32 teams.
Out of all 32 teams?
Yeah. They have 22 points. Yes, 22 points. What is their rank in the NHL?
My guess would be like somewhere towards the middle. I'm gonna say like 14.
Tied for 6th.
Whoa, okay. I mean, they rattling off all these wins clearly helps. Where are they playoff wise? First wild card?
Their first wild card, but they only have, I don't know, why do they, probably goal differential. They have a +2 goal differential, so they're behind Pittsburgh, who are tied in points, tied in games, so tied in points percentage. The Islanders have more goals though.
Okay.
And they haven't played yet, have they? Pittsburgh and the Islanders? I don't think so.
Yeah, they opened the season against Pittsburgh.
Oh, right, of course. That's so long ago, Mitch. And we didn't do well, so I think that might be the differential there, or it's goal differential where the Pittsburgh Penguins are +8 to our +2.
Yeah.
Either way, we're right friggin' there.
Long season. They're almost a quarter of the way through, but we're having fun watching this team right now, which is really all we could ask for with where our expectations were going into the year.
Yeah, 4-game win streak, hottest team in the East, baby.
Love it. That'll do it for us on this one, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Before you go, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, sign up to the Patreon, 2 bonus podcast episodes a week, and a Discord community of Islanders fans. All that is linked below in the description. For Mitch, I'm Matt, and we'll talk to you next time.